All right, welcome everyone. I'm excited that you're all here to come learn about activation and collagen. My name is Maria Williams, and I have been with this amazing company and on these products for 12 years. They have been life-changing for me. I was searching for better health and wellness, and I luckily moved here to Arizona from Massachusetts because of the bad economy. My husband's job got restructured and eliminated, and we moved here. And my neighbor, Carrie Williams, introduced me to this, and it has changed my life forever. So I hope today that you will leave here more educated, understanding how activation is super important for our bodies. So I am going to turn it over to the amazing Joanna Shira Parkin, who is a master, oh goodness, I just lost the thing I had. She's a registered dietitian and a master nutritionist. Her knowledge is just amazing. And she's had a diverse career in clinical nutrition, public health, wellness, diabetes education, food and nutrition management. She's been a trendsetter in as a dietitian and has been on the forefront of many trends when it comes to nutrition and wellness for over 40 years. So she is at the forefront of this nutrigenomics, which is nutrition for your genes, and that's what we're all about. So Joanne, I'm going to turn it over to you to explain and teach us all about activation.
You bet. Okay. Thank you very much, Maria, for inviting me to be on tonight. And yes, actually, I was introduced to this company by a cardiologist that was a coworker at a cardiovascular hospital where I worked as head dietitian back in 2011. And when I saw the scientific validation on LifeVantage flagship product, Protandim Nerf 2, I was excited. I knew about the science of oxidative stress. I knew how damaging that was for your body. And when I discovered this, I knew that I personally wanted to take this and I wanted to get out and share this with other people. So here I am, 11 years later, still activated and more excited than I was, I think 11 years ago. And I think I'm actually an example of healthy aging and what activation can do to help you age healthy and slow down aging. I have really almost literally no health issues. And I'm very active, play pickleball and can recover. And so I'm just really very thankful for the good health that I have and thankful for LifeVantage as well. Next slide. So actually, LifeVantage really started back in a lab in 1969 when an award-winning scientist by the name of Dr. Joe McCord discovered an SOD molecule. This SOD molecule was super effective at fighting oxidative stress and free radical damage. Dr. Joe McCord thought that would be tremendously help people to bring a drug to market, but all the drugs had too many side effects. So here it is, fast forward, it was 40 years later, he switched over to botanicals and he discovered and formulated the little yellow activator Protandim Nerf 2. Launched in the market on 2003, 2005, ABC Primetime Investigative Report picked it up. It says, you see the title there, A True Breakthrough in Science is how they titled this investigative report, because they tried to disprove it. But what happened is that this report, when they sent the reporter into Joe McCord's lab, actually validated the study. Now, fast forward, we're in 2022, and LifeVantage is now publicly traded on the NASDAQ, debt-free, and is really spreading globally all over the world. Again, this is what really got me excited right in the beginning when we had just Dr. Gordon and I, we were excited with 7 studies. Now there's actually even more than 20. I think it's up to 31 scientific peer-reviewed published studies on Protandim Nerf 2. You can go to PubMed and you can read all about these studies. Next slide. Okay, so the problem, oxidative stress. And oxidative stress is really, you could describe it as the rusting of your body from the inside out. You also could describe it as, when you take an apple and you put it on the counter and it turns brown, that's oxidation on that apple, that is going on inside your body. Your oxidative stress starts going up after age 20, and it is the #1 problem that is associated with aging. It's why we age, and what accelerates aging is oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is from free radicals that damage our cells and are associated with about over 200 diseases of aging. And you can go to PubMed.gov, and if you type in oxidative stress, you're going to get 300,000 research articles talking about all the damage that comes from uncontrolled oxidative stress. So what can we do about it? Well, over the years, we have been consuming lots of antioxidants because those free radicals are also called oxidants, but they have not really been very effective at really lowering the oxidative stress. So Protandim Nerve 2 solves that problem because Protandim Nerve 2 activates your cells to make antioxidants that are 1,000,000 times more potent. Much better way of handling that oxidative stress. So that, again, this little yellow pill, 30 days, lowers oxidative stress an average of 40%, and increases and upregulates the genes and turns on those genes to make all those potent, powerful antioxidant enzymes, and the only dietary supplement proven to extend lifespan in male mice. And that's been funded and proven by the National Institute of Aging. Again, Protandim Nerve 2, you're activating your body through a pathway called NRF2 activation to make antioxidants. And those antioxidants are, like I said, up to 1,000,000 times more potent. Whereas the direct antioxidants from food and supplements, they're a 1-to-1 ratio, but with Protandim, it's 1 to 1,000,000. And in the study, what they showed is that just one pill a day for 30 days would lower that oxidative stress, and they could no longer distinguish the blood of the 20-year-old versus the 80-year-old. Pretty impressive. And scientists that have been studying Nerve2 activation, and again, for you science geeks out there, you can go to PubMed.gov, type in Nerve2 activation. You're going to get what, maybe 20, 30,000 research articles on Nerve2 activation. And these scientists from Washington State University said that Nerve2 activation, potentially the most extraordinary therapeutic and preventative breakthrough in the history of medicine. That makes me excited about Nerve2 activation for sure. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Jess Bueller, Dr. Jess Bueller, chiropractic extraordinary. She owns her own chiropractic business in Central South Dakota. She holds a doctorate in chiropractic medicine and also has additional certifications in acupuncture and NAET. Dr. Jess is passionate about this new technology and empowering others to take control of their health and life with LifeVantage. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Jess.
Sorry, guys, I was on mute, but I'm here. Thank you, Joanne, for that introduction. And of course, talking about my most favorite supplement that's not a supplement, our activator, our flagship activator, and really honestly what attracted me to this company was that product and the science and research behind it. But what keeps people here is not only are the results that they get from activating the NRF2 pathway, but from the other products that this company develops that are based on this concept of activation. And we have the only collagen activator in the world. So I want to, I am super proud to introduce you guys to a liquid collagen. So collagen is a protein that makes up about 25 to 35% of the protein in our body. And if you break proteins down into their building blocks, amino acids, those amino acids will combine in different combinations to make every protein in our body. But as we age, our levels of those proteins tend to decline, and the density of our collagen also decreases. And this is why we see sagginess and dullness in not only our skin, but in all of our linings. So we see this happening in our joints, in our tendons, in our ligaments. in the lining of our gut, in our brain, in our lungs, everywhere. So why liquid? So why ours? That's why you're going to want to know, right? Why ours? Because you've surely heard of collagen. It's a big buzz right now, but not all collagens are created equal. And so why liquid is because large proteins are hard to digest. And so with ours, they are hydrolyzed. So that means we just chop those proteins up into tiny pieces that makes them readily absorbable. And when they are absorbed and then in a more bioavailable form, our cells are able to use them the way that they should be using them. So we not only, we activate, we replenish, and we maintain with ours. And part of that activation, again, I told you that was the thing that separated us, and it really truly does. We are able to turn on our body's own production of collagen. So we are able to activate that pathway in the body to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles with our ruby red quinoa extract. And then we are also able to replenish with fish collagen peptides. We have 5 grams of hydrolyzed marine peptides from the scales of responsibly and sustainably caught fish that provide the 10 types of collagen. And again, supporting the collagen density, elasticity, and the skin moisture. So it's like we have not only the ability to supplement like other companies do, but we also turn on that pathway to make more of our own. And the final part is we maintain with our berry and citrus fruit extracts. Blueberry powder, young pumpkin fruit, and acerola berry supply vitamin C and antioxidants to help with collagen and elastin production, but they also help to slow the breakdown of your existing collagen to assist in maintaining what you still have. So as we get over the age of 30, we stop producing it. We need to turn on our production again, supplement for that deficiency, and then slow the breakdown. That is an incredible trio right there. And if you paired that with the flagship product that Joanne just talked about, I'm telling you, you are on the path to where you need to be. But what are the results, right? So documentation always beats conversation. So let's look at this. How about your thighs, ladies? And men too, right? Who wouldn't like that change? Mamma mia. And the eyes, look under the eyes, the bags, the sags, the wrinkling, the color, the tone, every single person, the dimples, the cellulite. Here we see again the saggy eyelid, underneath the eye, the wrinkles, we see the tone, the splotchiness, the brownness, the redness. And then here, my friend Kim. Let me introduce my friend Kim, so she can tell you her story as well. Kim Blowett, she's married and owns a farming and ranching business with her husband. They have 4 kids who are married. She's a busy grandma. She's been in every profession, I think, under the sun, Kim, holy moly. But she's partnered with us because she really sees what is going on here and the ability to, shape your story while discovering more about your past, your present, and your future. So Kim, please share with us your story. Kim is the lovely lady on, it's the left for me. I don't know what it is for you guys. The one without no headband.
Yeah, the one that says day one, and I look at that picture and think, I don't even know that person anymore. Seriously, I don't even know her anymore. Back in 2011, I was seeking something that was going to help my husband's mental and emotional health and his gut health. And my friend introduced me through an informational meeting to this product called Protandem. And, at that time I thought, what if I'm hearing is true? What if this is what I've been praying for all of these years? The what ifs. And then the light bulb went off and I thought, what if this is what's going to get me out of my computer career, which it did, and help my husband to not be so busy on this farm? And, that what if, that moment of decision to say yes to possibility behind that what if, it changed our lives forever. And, things were just so good. And then you fast forward to 2019. My son Benjamin was diagnosed with a genetic disorder that nearly took his life. My mom had uncontrollable blood pressure, lung cancer. She broke her arm. My husband hurt his back. It was just a crazy year. So I'm going into 2019, gonna restart. Well, and then 2020, that held its own kind of crazy, right? We all know the crazy that was. So in 2021, I was going to rock that year. I was just going to relaunch my business. I was going to do great things. I was so excited for 2021. And I went in with both barrels blasted. And then in May 23rd of that month of that year, I couldn't get a hold of my mom. And we went to check on her, and I walked into her dark, silent house to find her beautiful and at peace in her bed, passed away. And I didn't realize the punch in the gut that was to me. My personality is get her done. So I immediately went into survival mode. I immediately went into checking the boxes off. What do we need to do? What do I need to do for mom? What do I need to do to take care of her stuff? What do I need to do for this? I pushed away family. I pushed away friends after 2 already really rough years. And I started to spiral downward. And I didn't even know I was spiraling downward. And you can tell by my picture how downward I was spiraling, because I wasn't healthy. I wasn't eating right. I wasn't smiling anymore. I'm all about joy, but my joy was gone and my peace was gone. And so in May of 2022, when I got offered to be a part of the 30-day trial to launch the collagen, I thought, great, we can try this, see what happens. And I took that before picture and I almost deleted it. Even though the whole world was seeing me look like that, I almost deleted it because I didn't want that reality. But I stayed on the product and kept taking it and took that picture at day 15. And then my day 24 picture was even better. And then I'm finding myself happy. All of a sudden, I'm finding my joy back. And pretty soon I realized that I'm walking around my house singing that song, I Feel Good. I feel good, do, 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 do. I'm walking around my house singing that. And I'm like, what on earth is going on here? My joy was back. My peace was back. And the thing that alarms me the most is while I was going into that downward spiral, I didn't even know I was there until I came out of it. And I didn't realize the importance of collagen for the brain. And it really brought me back to, because at that particular time, I wasn't even going to go to the June launch event in Salt Lake City that everyone was so excited about. I wasn't going to go because I didn't really want to see anybody. But instead, I went and I was excited. And I posted my picture all over Facebook because what it did for my skin and my legs and my hands, what it did for my brain. I will forever be grateful that I made that decision to say yes to the possibilities of the what if. Because if I hadn't, I can't even imagine where I would be today. Because seriously, this gave us quality of life. And this gave me my life back. And that's my story. And like I said, I will be forever grateful that God answered that prayer and put this in my lap. And I will forever be grateful for the people like Joanne and Jess, who can share these amazing things with us at a deeper level and let us know what's going on, underneath the surface of these. And for Maria Williams, who you're going to get to hear from next, who is a mentor and such an amazing, heartfelt, wonderful leader who is there for us to continue to lift us up and to continue to be there even when we are on that downward spiral and help us to dig ourselves back out. So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to meet those people out there that are going to come across my path that are praying for something to come into their life, to give them their life back or improve that quality. And thank you. Thank you, Maria, for inviting me to share today.
Thank you,
Thank
Kim, for sharing your story, you guys. This is what it's all about. I mean, these exterior transformations are incredible, and I'm not saying you shouldn't protect your outside assets and investments, but your body is an asset. And I'm telling you, Kim's story of internal change is not the only one, and it's not the only area we're seeing changes in as well. So I want to kind of very briefly just point out something that some people don't really think about, and that is the fact that collagen is a major part of every lining in your body, from your skin to your hair, to your nails, to your tendons, ligaments, your gut lining, brain lining, lung lining. Hey, have you guys heard of anything that affects your lungs or your brain or your gut lately? Maybe something prevalent since 2020, but there's definitely deficiency in collagen right now, and all of these linings make a huge difference. So I want to just tell you a few of the things that I've heard from my patients and also happy customers, right? So definitely changes a lot, like what Kim mentioned, changes in mood, changes in without claiming any kind of conditions, because we are not here to treat any condition, symptom, or disease. We're here to make cells and people healthy on a cellular level. So when we fix the cell, we see the things improve. So I'm not going to name conditions that impact mood or things of the like that Kim was, but there are lots of things like that where people just don't feel like themselves. They're not as happy. They are worried about the same things on repeat. Those things are improving. Brain fog improving. Chronic lung thing that they just can't get rid of, this cough, and it's just lifts like that. Digestive things of any kind, because that digestive lining is what protects us from having things go into our bloodstream. Autoimmune like things where proteins have sifted through that lining and they go out into our bodies and create an immune response. Seeing improvements in those as well. Women getting up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. How many of y'all do that? Like I don't do that, so I didn't realize that was an issue. But I've had woman after woman be like, I'm not getting up in the middle of the night to pee, or I'm getting up half as many times. And I'm like, man, how do you even get any sleep when you're getting up that many times? But improvements in things like, there's not options for people with some of the stuff that I'm seeing improvements in. So very cool. I've seen improvements in blood pressure. I've seen improvements in varicose veins in men and women, skin conditions, all sorts of skin conditions, from rashy stuff, bumpy stuff, coloration things, all sorts of things. And even weight loss, lots of weight loss without changing anything else that they're doing. They're losing weight. They're losing inches in their midsections as well. And even changes in the bedroom, which is always the thing. See, people like two things, right? They want to go to the bathroom and they want to be able to have sex, but they don't want to talk about those things if it's not happening in the way that it should. But changes in the bedroom I've seen for both men and women. And when you really think about this, the linings, you guys, in the penis, it's the corpus cavernosum. In your blood vessels, it's the tunica media. There are very specific linings that are composed over 90% of collagen. So we have the only product, again, that helps it. So you start producing your own collagen again. You supplement for the collagen deficiency and you maintain those levels. So I'm super happy to pass this over to Maria so you guys can hear even a little bit more. But we have some incredible breakthrough products built on a concept of activation. We're an activation company, and we not only activate these two pathways that we've mentioned tonight, we activate many pathways in the body. We have hair care, skin care. We have a pathway for our mitochondria to give us better sleep and more energy, for NAD to help with our sirtuin levels, which impacts our cholesterol and our joints and our energy and so many more things. We have targeted supplements, fish oil, probiotics, prebiotics, you name it. And we also have activation for the brain. So I'm just telling you that we are here to support you from head to toe, inside and out, in a way that you've never been supported before. So this is the time to think about slowing the aging process and really getting to the root of the causes by getting back to the health of our cells. So Maria, if you could really help us out here and explain a little bit how they could take these products and transform them into something else.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies. I'm just in awe listening. I'm always learning something. And I'm just feel so blessed that to have you here, part of this, and being able to share this with the world. Because, you know, I was on my hands and knees and praying for something. We had hit the bad economy in 2009 and 2010. And had to move across the country away from my family. And I said to my husband, you know, I want to go, I'll move, but I'm not working, because I work 50, 60, 70 hours a week as an HR executive. And I never saw my two boys growing up. So when he said, let's move, I said, I will move, but I am not working. I am going to be that stay-at-home mom, take care of my kids. They're going into their teenage years, and I wanted to be present. I was moving here. We had no family, no friends, knew no one, didn't even know how, you know, the culture was here in Arizona. So I wanted to be present, to be able to, you know, monitor them as they became these teenage boys and keep them out of trouble. And so I know that even today, there's lots and lots of people that are in their hands and knees and are praying. Lots of people have these part-time gigs now that have come up over, you know, the years, and people are using these part-time gigs to make extra income. So my husband agreed, sure, I'd stay home, not a problem. And I was home for about a year, and I knew I wanted to go back home more often. And so I told him, I said, you know, I want to go back home more often. And he's like, great. We're going to put you on a budget. And I'm like, a budget? I've worked since I was 16 years old, always had my own money. And this was the first time I did it. And I knew that he was right, that we would have to budget more if I wanted to go back home more often. And so that's when I was on my hands and knees, and I was asking God, I was having a conversation with God, because I tend to talk to him. And like I was asking, show me something that I can do, that I can bring some extra income to my home, but that I don't want to work full time. It was crazy because it was a very specific conversation. I don't even know how God even answered my request, because I was like, I don't want to work full time. I want to be available for the kids. I want something that I can do in between their school. Like while they were at school, I wanted to be able to do something while they were at school. So I was very specific in my detail. And I kid you not, but within that week, my neighbor called me and said, hey, I want you to watch this ABC investigative report. She actually came to my house, so I couldn't leave my house. I had to watch it with her. And I was blown away at the science, because I thought I knew all about antioxidants, that 1-to-1 ratio. And then, like Joanne explained and showed you, this is 1,000,000 to 1. So I was like, my brain was like, oh yes, I need to get on this. But then when I realized that nobody knew about this, right? Nobody knew about this. It's brand new science. And then I saw the opportunity to be able to tell the world about it. So you may be listening to this and you just want to be a customer and get on it. Awesome. But I'm going to tell you the whole story, because you never know who is on their hands and knees and praying for more, right? So I'm going to tell you the whole story. It may not be for you, but it may be for somebody you know, or it may be for you. Like you may have come here, well, I'm just going to learn about collagen, but now you see, you could share that with the world and earn at the same time. I had never done this type of business before, but I am someone that always shared stuff. I told Carrie at the time when she introduced me to this, I said, well, if I had a penny for everyone I told to take probiotic, because I had been telling people for about 20 years to take probiotics before probiotics were popular, I said I'd be a millionaire today. So if I do just what I've done for 20 years, share what I love with people, I can build this business, right? And what you're doing in this business is you're building a network of customers. We go out and we tell people and we find where they fit. Some people just want to be a customer. That's great. But then you find other people that are looking for more. They're looking for more because they're tired of their job. In the last 2 years, a lot of people are looking for home-based businesses. What can I do from home where I don't have to be around people? Because now I have my children at home from school, or they really like homeschooling and they want to stay that way. So people are looking more than ever. They're looking for part-time gigs. They're looking for something that they can do on their own time and be more present of a parent. One thing I've noticed in the last 2 years is parents realize how much more present they have to be, and they want to be present, right? They're not working those 50, 60 hours. 20 million people walked away from jobs for many different reasons, but 20 million people walked away from jobs. That's why you go to restaurants now and you may have to sit a little longer because they don't have enough staff. They don't have enough waitresses, and they're, they don't even know what they're doing because they're brand new. We see it all the time when we go out. I always remind my husband, be patient. 20 million people quit their jobs. So this is what's happening in the world, right? And so people are looking. We are in a huge transition, and we have products that are medical breakthroughs that nobody knows about. And this to me is the perfect meld because it's a laptop style, it's social sharing, which we share all the time. Naturally, we're always telling people what we like and what we don't like. There's no physical location, no assets. You don't have to have inventory. It's all done online, which is pretty incredible. So how do you make money on this? Well, as you tell people about the information, as you share this and have them join webinars like this, where we do the talking for you, all you have to do is invite someone to come hear about this. You get 40% on the initial orders, and then it's an average of 5% after that. So we get paid weekly, and we also get paid monthly. And I'm not going to go into all the details and bore you. Here's just what the potential of what can happen. In this example, it shows you if you found 5 people and they were on $200 a month, you could earn around $20 a month. But if those 5 people went out and they all found 5 people, now you got 25 people, right? That compound effect. And if those 25 people went out and found people, now you've got 125. You see how this is growing? And the example, I'll just go 5 levels deep, 3,000 people. They're all on 200 a month. That's 31,000 a month that you could potentially earn. So the potential is here. And of course, the main thing is that you have to share it with people, right? That's all we do, is we share from our heart. So how can you get started as a distributor, to join us in sharing this? There are 5 different packages you can buy. And one of them is called Optimize Health, which is to, total body wellness, where you have our Nerve 2, the Tri-Synergizer, the other 2 activators, daily wellness, some gut support, probio and daily wellness or gut support, and omegas that are huge and important also. And that's $309. So you're buying one of these packages. This is how you start your business, like buying a business in the box. You're buying one of these one time, you're paying. You're not paying again for this. This is how you start your business. You get these products, and there's a huge savings here. I can't see my sign here, but it's around $400 of savings by buying it this way. And then you get a website, you get a team supporting you, and you get tons of training tools that we have, and weekly trainings and monthly trainings, all kinds of support. So if that doesn't interest you, some people want to achieve more, right? They need more energy, right? So we have this Achieve More pack, which is the same price, $309, around $400, $431 of savings. And then we have Look Radiant, which has our liquid collagen in it, and our True Science, which is our anti-aging, which has the Nerve 2 activation on it. And then we still have the Essential Glow, which is 2 collagens and 2 Nerve 2 together, which I love this package here. And this one is $374. and that's like a $500 retail that you would have been paying for at retail. And then if you want, well, I want this and I want that product and I want this product, we have what we call the Elite Pack, which has all our products on it, right? So because in this business, you have to be a product of the product. You need to use the products. If you're going to recommend something to someone, we recommend because we love these products, right? It's why we're here, is because we fell in love with these products and now we want to share them with the world. This has a retail value of $17.80. So 43% savings. Like if you were to buy them all individually, you would pay almost double of what's there. So with this pack, you get everything that's in there, and you can use it, you can sample it. You can let people share, like try for a couple of days, like the skincare, whatever you want to do with it. It's yours to do whatever you want. But this is how you get involved in the business. And then you're wondering, well, how far can we get? We're a publicly traded company on NASDAQ, so we can share with you. We track it and we can share with how much people are making. You start off as a distributor, right? And then you start building your business. We go from 1 to 10. Pro 1 is 1,000 points, which is roughly close to $1,000 in sales. And so monthly people are earning $58. So part-time income is Pro 1, 2, and 3. And then bigger time income, the part-time to full-time income is Pro 4, 5, and 6. Kim Blauet, that was just on here, is a Pro 6 in the business. Dr. Jess Pula, that was here, she's a Pro 6 in the business. Their average income is $7,000. And I know that Dr. Jess Beulah has a full-time practice, super busy, mom of 4, and has built this in the nooks and cranny, texting people, sending information, doing some webinars like this. And she's built a Pro 6 business. Joanne Shira Parker, that was on here, she's a Pro 7 in the business. 7 at 8, 9, and 10s are where you can make full-time to big-time income. Pro 7s are making an average of $13,000 a month. I've been doing this now for 12 years. I'm a Pro 9 in this business. And when I got started was just to make some part-time income. But, I was so passionate about this that part-time income grew. I found 3 people, not even 5 like that example, 3 people. And I helped those 3 people find their 3, who helped those 3 people find their 3. And this has grown to over 100,000 people in our organization all over the world. I just feel so blessed so as you can see, it's not just me. I have, this month I will have a Pro 10 in my business. I'm so excited, but I have Pro 9s in my business, Pro 8s, Pro 7, all of these different levels. And your journey is your journey along here, right? It's the time and effort you put in is what you're going to get out of it. But we are here to support you. So if this is something that, you see that you want to do, please reach back out to the person that invited you. If all you want to be is a customer, great. That's where you want to start and you feel comfortable, great. Get on the products. If you're looking for more out of life, more options, more choices out of life, reach back to the person that invited you. And we can have more in-depth conversation and answer anything that you need answered. You're probably asking, can I do this? Can you do this? Yes, you can, because you are not alone. I've never been in a business that is so inclusive and that so many people are here and willing to help you, because if all of us help each other, the rising tide will lift all ships. And that's what we do. We want everyone to have success. And so we are here to support you in any way we can. I just want to thank you for coming tonight here. Erin Barkovich is on our board of directors because of what she saw in this product. And she's always been an advocate, to help people in life. And so she is into wellness. So I love her quote: if you follow your heart, if you listen to your gut, and if you extend your hand to help another, not for an agenda, but for the sake of humanity, you are going to find the truth. So thank you so much for coming tonight. Thank you everyone that presented and helped out. I look forward to meeting you and blessing you any way I can. Thank you.